Update on franchising. What did he see that I could not see? Does anyone on this platform remember the long discussion we had a few years ago about the concept of franchising? Earlier this week, whilst in New York, I thought it would be a good idea for someone of you to revisit this concept and study it again. Here is one definition of franchise if you missed that series. A franchise is an authorization or license acquired by a company or individual franchisee that allows it to have access to a business's proprietary information, processes, and or trademarks, enabling them to carry out certain commercial activities, for example, acting as an agent to sell a product or service under that business's or franchisor's name. Senior class, please help with more details. This time I want you to break franchising down in terms of 3 P's. We operate only on franchise business as a franchisee. We run a Coca-Cola franchise in the eastern part of Zimbabwe. Coca-Cola provides us with the product and the process. We provide the people. I have also used franchising to grow our business as a franchisor. Some of our shops that sell our services don't belong to us. We use franchisees to deliver our service, just like Coca-Cola. As a skilled entrepreneur, you need to develop the capacity to support and even deploy franchise models. By now, having become an entrepreneur, when you see a business, I want you to be able to explain complex structures that are being used to scale that business. You can go into business as a franchisee, or you can go into business as a franchisor. I have done both in my career. I want to know who is operating as a franchisee or a franchisor. Years ago, I attended a soccer match with a friend who was a coach. As we sat down, I noticed that he had a notebook and began to draw the positions of each player. After a few minutes, he sat back and said, "We are going to lose this game." And surely, we did lose, quite badly. What did he see that I could not see? I wondered later. In the game of entrepreneurship, each one of us must advance to being able to see the game as coaches would, and not as fans or consumers. It is time to play. Are you keeping your eye on a ball? Is it the right one? When I was a student at university studying engineering, I decided to also enroll for economics. One of my friends was quite surprised at my decision. Why would you want to study economics when you can enroll for other scientific subjects? I still remember my answer to him. If you don't understand economics, you will not understand what is going in the country where you live. Very few people pay real attention to understanding things like inflation and what causes it. Even many educated people could not explain what causes a currency to devalue or even collapse. As an entrepreneur, you must not only understand finance and accounting, but you will not go very far at anything if you don't pay attention to understand economics. A number of you have asked me to explain why I decided to buy a bottling plant, given our core interest is in telecoms and technology. This is a good mature business strategy question. Whilst I think it is a great business, it has never been part of our business strategy. We acquired it because of an unusual operating environment. We even tried to sell it at one point, but did not get the right offers of it, so we kept it. One day, when Zimbabwe's operating environment improves, we will no doubt sell our interest. This is why you don't find me expanding into bottling around Africa. I don't pursue every business opportunity that comes my way. Everything must fit into a strategic objective and direction. Whilst I love McDonald's, it's not my business area, and I imagine McDonald's would say the same about technology and telecoms. You will never convince me to go into natural resources like diamonds and oil. The buffalo hunter never allows themselves to be distracted. Joseph Diba writes, "You did not negotiate the McDonald opportunity further." My reply, "No, I did not. The reason is simple. I knew exactly what I wanted to do with my entrepreneurship career. To understand my decision-making process, study the series I called The Buffalo Hunter. You must never allow yourself to be distracted once you have chosen the path you want to take. I knew that the court battles to win our license in Zimbabwe required me to be on the ground and to fight on a daily basis. I also knew that once I got that license, I must focus all my energy on building that one business until I got it right and profitable." Years ago, when I was fighting for the cell phone license in Zimbabwe, a friend of mine who ran Coca-Cola Africa heard about my plight and made me an interesting offer. McDonald's is looking for a master franchisee for Africa. I would like to put forward your name. You will have to go to their university for a year. I declined the generous opportunity. I only had one regret for my decision. Can you tell me what it was? There is a reason I'm placing hard on this subject. It's a way to raise capital. Be wise and follow carefully. As a first-time entrepreneur, if you walk into a bank or to see an investor with a franchise, it's far much easier for you than if you turn up with your own product. If you're having problems raising enough capital for a new venture, you can redesign it to use franchising model where you become a franchisor. Franchising is used by smart entrepreneurs to also address capital. As you plan your business venture, it is one of the tools for raising capital. I cannot give you the formula for success, but I can give you the formula for failure, which is try to please everybody. Herbert Bayard. Do you know who your main customer is and is not?